hope you're doing well. I thought I would do a little craft video for you today, and today I'm going to be using just a simple empty milk carton. So if you've got an old milk bottle just like this one, what you can do is take the label off and then we are going to make it into an elephant. So you will need some sellotape, you'll need some scissors. Make sure you get a grown-up to help you if you need help with the scissors. They are very sharp, so you need to be very, very careful of those. I've also got some little bits of newspaper, and I've got some coloured tissue paper as well, but you can use any types of paper you like. And then you're going to need some glue, and also I found some stickers of googly eyes. Now, if you haven't got any of these, you can draw your own eyes on a piece of paper, or you can use anything at all that you can find, maybe some old buttons, anything at all that you could use for eyes. So don't worry if you don't have any stickers. I was just lucky to find these ones in my craft drawer. To start, you're going to need your bottle, and where the handle is, this is going to be the trunk for the elephant. So the first thing you need to do is we're going to cut a little oval shape just down here. So you're going to make kind of a tunnel shape just here. Okay, now don't worry if your oval shape isn't perfect. That's absolutely fine. So once you've made your oval shape here, then the next thing to do is going to be to turn your milk bottle around so it's on its side like this, and you're going to cut another oval shape just here. That's going to be for the other part. You'll see what it's going to look like in a minute, but this is going to make our 4 legs in a second. So on this side, you're just going to cut an oval shape just like you did before on the side of the bottle. Okay, so you can see I've cut the hole here in the side, and I'm not going to throw this piece away because we're going to use these pieces in a second, so make sure you keep hold of that. They're not rubbish, we're going to use those, they're going to come in very handy because they're going to be for our elephant's ears. Now when you've done one side, you can do exactly the same on the other side of the milk bottle. Alright, now you should have a oval shape here at the bottom, and you should have one long one at the front, and also one on this side as well. Now you can cut the bottom off, so we're going to cut that off now completely. Just remember to be very careful with your scissors because they are sharp. And this is going to be the start of our elephant. Now can you see it's starting to look a little bit different to the bottle we started with, isn't it? Now this is going to be the elephant's trunk, okay? These are going to be its 2 front legs, and these are going to be our 2 back legs. So we're also going to do just a tiny little, not a big one, but just a little hole in the back here, just like your other ones. So there's our little hole in the bottom, and that's because elephants have quite big bottoms. This is going to be the elephant's bottom. We can stick them on a tail later on. Do you remember when we cut out our sides, I told you to save the 2 little bits. Now these are going to be for the elephant's ears. So using your sellotape, you can very carefully stick your elephant's ears on. Okay, now I've stuck my ears on. They're looking pretty good. And if I just turn my bottle to the side, you'll be able to see I've also cut a little tiny bit off here, off of his trunk, so that we can see the real shape of his body. So his big long trunk here, and then his legs that go down, and then you've got his ears on the top that you can see if I turn it sideways. Now, the next thing to do is to decorate your elephant. So you can either use bits of newspaper and some paper mache, because this way, if you pop all those on there, you'll be able to paint him or decorate him whatever colour you like. Or if you wanted to, if you can find some, perhaps you've got some spare tissue paper somewhere in your house, and this is lovely. If you cut it into tiny squares, then you'll be able to stick this on to decorate your elephant. So I'm going to use some of my tissue paper today. I'm just going to cut it into squares, and then I'm going to start sticking it on to make my lovely, colourful elephant. So I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to start gluing my bits of tissue paper onto my elephant. So I'll just stick on my few last bits of tissue paper, and you can see already he's looking pretty good, I think. Now, the next thing I need to do is leave him to dry. Okay, I think this elephant is about dry. Now, we need to stick on his big eyes. So, if you don't have any stickers or you don't have any little googly eyes already made, perhaps you could use some paper and draw on some eyeballs, and then you can stick them onto the front of his face. So I'm going to pick some, or which one shall I have? I think I'm going to go for these. They've got a nice big blue centre in them, so I'm going to use those, I think, big blue eyes for my elephant. Oh, he's starting to look like a real elephant now. And you can see his trunk here with his ears. But there's one thing that's missing. And do you remember I said that elephants have big bottoms? I'm going to turn my elephant round, and just down here I'm going to put a little tail. Now, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner for mine because I've managed to find a blue pipe cleaner. But you can use, again, whatever you want. If you've got some string, or you can cut a tail out of some paper, that's absolutely fine. And I've also managed to find a little feather as well. So I'm going to wrap my pipe cleaner around the base of my feather there, like that. I'm just going to cut it to make it a bit shorter, because elephants tend to have quite a little tail. You don't want it to be too long. So I'm going to pop that on there as well, using some of my sticky tape. I'm going to stick it on there, just above his leggies. That's it. And then, make sure it's all stuck on. Bend it up a little bit. And that is your finished elephant. I quite like him. See you later.